Goedenavond, hartelijk welkom bij het rugbyprogramma Nou The Game With Me. Mijn naam is Frans Williams van MRREE Studios uit de prachtige Gaanroute. Dat is vrijdagavond in onze Sjaals Rugby. Op vrijdagavond natuurlijk hier bij MRREE Studios in die prachtige Gaanroute. Dat is dan episode 10, seizoen 8 van het rugbyprogramma. En ons gaan gesels vanavond samen met de tijden van die Zuid-Afrikaanse Raakvat Associatie Rugby in Zuid-Afrika. En hij staat hier bij de SWD om meer tatsies Raakvat Rugby beter te maken hier in die SWD. En dan is jaar later samen met de Kieran Kimido Alipad van HTS. En hij is ook natuurlijk de eerste span zijn kaptein. Blijf schakelen, XV, hierna. Hartelijk welkom terug bij het rugbyprogramma Nou The Game With Me. Mijn naam is Frans Williams van MRREE Studios uit de prachtige Gaanroute. En zoals beloofd, heeft ons natuurlijk die eregasten vanavond die op die rugbyprogramma, meneer Tijden van die Zuid-Afrikaanse Raakvat Rugby Associatie. Goedenavond Tijden, ik hoop dat het gaat goed samen met jou. En we will discuss some touch rugby in South Africa and also in the Southern District. Hi Tyron, I hope you're well.
Yes, Francois, very well, and yourself. Thanks for having me. It's I appreciate the opportunity to come and talk about touch rugby because not a lot of South Africans, they know a lot about rugby, but they don't know about touch rugby and how huge it actually is both in South Africa and internationally. So thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure, sir. So tell me, before we start, who are Tyron and where are you coming from?
Okay, so at the moment, I've just recently moved down to George. I played a lot of touch rugby for Gauteng and for Eastern Gauteng since the late 90s. And I've been lucky enough to represent not only Gauteng as my province, but I've also represented South Africa at 3 World Cups. Now I'm in George, moved down here recently to a beautiful part of the country, and I realized there's a lot of great talent in George as far as rugby and touch rugby. But no one here has ever taken the helm and actually started a SWD Touch Association. I'm glad to tell you now that that association has now been formed. I've worked together with 1 or 2 people in George, and we are going to be running an official league, which needs to happen in order to register an association. And we are hoping this year already to send some provincial teams to represent Southwestern District's touch rugby at the interprovincial tournament in Durban. If we don't get it right this year, then we'll definitely do it next year. But we are working very closely with the Georgia municipality to get a ground going, to have a league, and all signs point to that we will be able to send some teams shortly. So I'm basically heading up the SWD Touch Rugby as its chairman. And as we grow, we'll put some more people into place, and it's going to be boys, girls, men, ladies, masters. So we're very excited for the people in the garden route to join us and be part of SWD Touch Rugby.
Very interesting. From ex-player now to chairman in the SWD touches. So you told us earlier you coming from 3 World Cups. So how it's been done?
So basically what happens is South Africa's been sending teams to World Cups since 1995. We sent a team of players, a men's team, to play in Hawaii. The first ever World Cup we went to as one-touch players. Didn't do very well. But from there, everyone's been so keen to send more and more teams. I was lucky enough to be selected by playing provincially. I was then selected they select a pool of players where they then take and they work with them, and from that they actually select teams to go to World Cups. So what's also nice about it is now in my older years I've been able to play Masters as well at World Cups, and I've played for both men's and mixed, which is ladies and men in the same team. So from playing provincially, getting selected to play nationally, that's how you kind of build your name as a South African touch rugby player. And if you stay injury free, hopefully you get to, like I've done, play in World Cups up to, they have over 50s and masters at World.
Nice.
So it's very nice. Like I said, it's a sport that can keep giving if you keep fit.
Yeah.
Fit,
So there is something in it in touch rugby in South Africa.
Yes.
It's the first time I ever heard that you are going to be touch rugby in our district, in the southern western district. So where does it take place? Who can enter? Where can we head from touch rugby, the SWD touch rugby?
Yes.
Yeah, are some teams who playing Sunday League touches and also the beast touches through the season. So what makes it to make it this year SWD a provincial team or the squad for touch rugby in South Africa?
Yeah, so we're gonna play every Friday night, starting soon hopefully, at Outeniqua Park, either the B or the A field, depending on where the Eagles will be training. It will be an official SATA league. SATA stands for South African Touch Association, where different teams can register to play. So there'll basically be a couple of divisions. There'll be a Super League, which we call it, and there'll be a Social League. Those teams who decide to play Super League, we will have then scouts at every league fixture. And at those league fixtures, we will identify players who we feel can fit a pool of players or a squad to actually represent Southwestern District's touch rugby. We'll work with those players. We'll train them. We'll teach them some skills and how to play six-down touch rugby, which is the international form of touch. And then from there, we'll select teams, which will go through to provincial tournaments. And we are hoping to select a men's team, a ladies' team, and what I play now for, I represent the Springboks in mixed touch rugby, which is actually it's an awesome variant of touch rugby, and it's different skills playing ladies and men on the same field. So we're hoping to send those teams through to provincial tournaments. And then there's also space for B sides, junior sides. There's junior provincial tournaments as well. But that's all in the future. Right now, that's our goal, is to send 3 teams to the next interprovincial tournament.
Awesome. You named earlier it's 6-down touch, is international rules and stuff. So how will it implement on the provincial side in youngsters who coming out of the street, who want to enter, want to play also some touches here at Outeniqua Park here in George for the SWD?
Yes, so what we've already started doing is I've been coaching youngsters in Blanco, in Hookville, places like that where they've got such great touch rugby talent. A lot of them play club rugby, and we've been teaching them 6-down touch rugby. We've also been coaching referees in these areas to rep 6-down touch rugby, and a lot of these young boys have just blossomed. They are so good at 6-down touch rugby now. So we already know that we've got a great pool of talent that can play on Friday nights in the league and will be able to represent us very proudly at interprovincial tournaments. Obviously, we need a lot more players, as many youngsters and the older guys as well, to come down to our official Southwestern District's Touch Rugby League, so we can teach them how to properly play 6-down touch. It's still fun, it's still like one touch, but it's even more technical, which for me, it's a lot of fun once you get used to it and know how the rules work. And from there, that's where you can represent your country. Those are the rules from FIT, which is the Federation of International Touch.
So when will this officially started the touch rugby here in SWD? We usually give 40 rand or 30 rand fee for the competitions we're playing and stuff to play tournaments. Are there any funding in the SWD touching league who will start soon?
Yes, so how it works is it's roughly a 12-week season. It's 2,000 rand a team, which then covers your whole season. So instead of paying the 40 rand or whatever per time you play, you pay in the beginning of the season. It covers your 12 to 15 weeks. You play different teams every week. It's a pool system. And then after that, we have semis, we have finals. And then the money goes to also prizes for the guys, medals. It's very official. The leagues that run in Cape Town, in Johannesburg, in Durban, they've got lots of teams playing every week. And at the end of every season, they have a proper semis, finals, and they give out trophies, they give out prizes, they give out awards. You know, they have their KwaZulu-Natal or Western Province, as we have SWD now, touch rugby prize evenings. So it's very official.
For youngsters who are watching us now, talking and discuss about touch rugby in SWD, Is there a market? Where can we see this? Where can we get involved? Where can we get a number to call you for interesting in tournaments, to bringing a team?
Correct. So what I'll do is I'll give you my details that you can put up for us. We've got an email address. We've got some numbers you can contact us. And then you know what, the nicest thing to do as well, what I love about touch rugby, if you're sitting around on Friday afternoon and you feel like catching a game, come down to the stadium. We'll put you in a team. We'll put you with players who are your kind of strength, and we'll get you to start playing and loving touch as much as, you know, guys like me do, have been playing it for 20 plus years. So contact me. I'll get you involved. Even if you don't have a team, we'll come down. We'll find a team for you. You know what I mean? That's why I love touch. So many people are willing to play touch with, you know, anybody, just to for the love of the game.
Thank you very much for your time, Tyrone. We must take a quick advertising break. So before we go, last words for you.
Yes.
What's the last words for our audience?
Yes, last words, guys. Touch rugby is a great sport. It's not as hectic on the body as the 15-man rugby. Unfortunately, not all of us will be able to play 15-man rugby at the level we'd like. So come down, try something different. Use the skills that you've learnt in 15-man rugby and play some touchies. You could go far. You could one day represent South Africa at international tournaments like I have. And then for the rugby guys who are playing rugby as well, it's a great game to develop your skills, learn how to pass quick, learn how to step, you know, learn how to take a gap. So it's really a sport for everyone. And like I said, Francois, the ladies as well. Don't be scared if you're a lady and you want to come down and play touch rugby. There's a space for you. We'd love to have you in our mixed and ladies provincial teams.
Thank you very much, Tyrone. We must take a short break. Stay tuned. We'll see you after this. Baie welkom terug by die radioprogram Nou The Game With Me. My naam is Frans Williams van MRREE Studios uit prachtige Gaanroet. En u kyk dan seisoen 8, episode 10. En ons gesels natuurlijk hier saam ons eregas niemand anders as Kieran Kibidoni Alipad van ATS Eden. En hy is ook natuurlijk die kaptein van die eerste rugby span. Goeienaand Kieran, ek hoop dit gaan goed saam met jou. Lekker om vanavond saam met jou te gesels op die radioprogram Nou The Game With Me.
Good afternoon, Bana. Thank you for having me here today. It's a privilege to be here. Thank you.
It's a pleasure, champ. So, wie is Kieran Kibido en waar vandaan af kom je?
I'm Kieran Kibido. I'm 17 years old. I'm originally from the USA in the United States of America. So, for me, I love playing rugby, and I've been playing rugby since a young age. So, ever since I came to South Africa, where we first loved, it wasn't a rugby
culture or background or stuff like that, okay?
Because it was more like a soccer
environment and stuff.
So when I moved here and I saw the people playing rugby, I saw getting interest in it, and from there my life for rugby grew.
Vanjaar as jy in jou finale jaar, jy is 17 jaar oud. En jy is ook die eerste span se kaptein. Ek het jou 'n paar wedstryde gesien en jy speel uitstekende rugby. Waar vandaan af kry jy die talente en hoe beïnvloed dit jou skoolloopbaan?
I think I got my talents from my father, and like my family is a rugby family, so everybody in my family has played rugby before. The way that rugby impacts my school career, I'd say for me, it's a big privilege to be able to represent Ian. It's my second year playing for the team this year. So for me, it's a great privilege to represent the school, and I'm just trying to make it like my best year possible this year.
Jy sê jy kry die talente van jou ouers natuurlijk, van die appelveer van die boom af, jy weet, jou pa is ook baie groot, en jy het ook saam ons raak van rugby natuurlijk, dat is ook gespeel van tevore, intussen het jy baie gegroei, en jou rugby het baie gegroei. as individu en 'n speler. So het jy enige geleentheid gekry om vir die SWD genooi te word, eerstens vir eerste proewe en sovoorts, en was jy of is jy gekies vir die SWD Akademieweek of Kruiwenweek?
Ik was genooi om te komen spelen, ja, maar ongelukkig heb ik het niet zo weer gemaakt om aan de span te kiezen. So voor mij is het maar niet, like, het is maar niet deel van die proces. I know there's a plan for me, so yeah.
Teen World School George het jy goed van jou taak gekwyt en jy het die bal opgesit, jou balvaardighede was baie goed en jy skop ook baie hard in die wedstryd self, en die afwagter van George World School het gesê dat jy 'n sterk goeie binnesenter is, en want baie van ons mense kyk eerste dynamiese rugby, waarvan jy moet kyk aan al jou kante in rugby self. So hy sê vir my jy's 'n baie goeie speler, en dit is nou baie hartseer om te kan hoor dat jy nie die SWD Akademie span even kon maak nie, maar jy's nou in die finale jaar en jy's basies op pad oorsee. Wat het daar gebeur? Kan jy ons meer vertel?
So basically we played a tournament in April. So we had 3 matches we played across a week. So from the first game till the last game, there were scouts that were watching us, our performances. So the last match, our coach came to me and told me that I was selected to play with the team. Across the tournament, I was having pretty solid performances. My goals for the tournament were just to win all the matches. So, but like I put up a lot of solid performances, and that's why I got the opportunity to go to England,
to Europe or the UK. You must pay actually to go that side about 45,000 rand. So where are the funding coming from? SWD backing you guys to give you guys some funding to go overseas to play your potential, to play your talent out there?
No, we're not getting any money from SWD. Most of the money that we are getting is from family members and outside sponsors. Like that.
Jy het nou 'n goeie jaar gehad en jy is op almal se tongelippe van jaar in die SWD skole rugby distrik, ook in die SWD distrik. So jy gaan nou September gaan jy nou oorsee. Wat is jou toekomsplanne na matriek?
I plan on going to university or school. I hope to play the Cup rugby. I know that I can make it at the bigger stage. I just need the opportunity to play. In 5 years, I see myself playing in the United States of America and representing the national team at the next World Cup.
Nice. So sê vir my, jy's nou die kaptein van HTS1 in die ou PW Botha College, so die naam het verander. Hoe voel dit om dan 'n kaptein te wees van die eerste span om die manne voor te vat om te lei in 'n senior wedstryd by skool rugby?
For me, it's a big privilege. Obviously, last year I was a junior in the team, so I had to get some knowledge, and I learned from the older guys what it feels like to lead a team. And like for me last year, I always felt like I had to voice my opinion on the field and tell the players if they must do something, like they're not doing the job. But it's for me a privilege to be able to lead the team this year, because we're a special group of players, and I feel like we can make a big success of this year.
Last year you playing first team, and this year you're playing first team. So what have you learned so far to playing twice consecutive years for the first team at RTS Eden?
For me, I learned that you should have you should always trust the process. Last year I wasn't that into the sport rugby. I didn't work hard, and but like my performances were pretty average. So I told myself that this year I want to improve on my performances. I want to be a better player. So this year I started working harder, and I tried to reach my goals. So far I have reached my goals. And
how are your team? How do you playing this year so far? Is it all if you play against Georgia, you win it, you win the school. So how is the rugby so far?
For the rugby this year has been pretty good. We've had a lot of more competitive fixtures this year. We played against Poland Lambo this year, the B team. We played against College C team. It was a pretty tough match, but it was a great great experience for the younger players and for me myself to be able to compete with players who are in a higher competition as us and see how we can compare ourselves with them. So it was like it's a great opportunity. And the team this year is performing very well this year. We're winning most of our matches and like we are very competitive this year.
So, wie inspireer vir jou dagelijks as jy nou gaan speel, as jy op die veld op gaan en jy houdt op voor natuurlijk by die eerste span?
I always think about my family, making them proud first of all, and I think about my sister. She passed away, so I always try and dedicate my matches to her, and for myself to make myself proud.
So, your last words before we saying goodbye to you, Kieran, what is your last words for the audience who watching us tonight on the rugby program and now the game with me?
I just want to say that you guys should watch the space. This year will be a big year for me, and I'm gonna make it a success. Just watch the space and watch for my name. That's what I can say.
Kieran,
keep it up.
Ja, daar het julle het so het ons in gesels met Kieran Kibero, die kaptein van HTS se eerste rugby span. Bly ons skakel, ek sien vir u net hierna.
Pen Solutions George, we can get anything you need for your business or home, from printers, copiers, CCTV cameras, telephones, starboards, backup power systems, solar, or even our own generation of coffee machines. Putting customer satisfaction and experience first with our expertise. With our friendly staff and excellent installation teams, we'll be there to take on any challenge. Come and join the Pen Solutions family today. 25 Courtney Street or phone us on 044 010 0231.
Baie welkom terug by die rugbyprogram Nou The Game With Me. My naam is Frans Williams van MRREE Studios uit prachtige Gaanroet. En dit was natuurlijk die show vir vanaand. Dat is al waarvoor ons tyd het. En dit was natuurlijk ons eregaste vanaand. En bly ingeskakel tot volgende week wanneer ons splinternuwe seisoen 9 begin. Ek sien vir u tot 'n volgende keer. Geseënde naweek, mooi bly en sterkte vir die Stormers van Kaapstad, die Westelike provinsie. Hulle speel dan natuurlijk die grand finale môre Saterdag in Groenpunt. En dit is dan die Verenigde Rugby Kampioenskappe. In seisoen 9 gaan ons natuurlijk ons eie goue seun kry van die SWD natuurlijk van Omasdorp. En hy was natuurlijk by Oud-Nikwa Laerskool. Mani Libbok is hier in die studio vir seisoen 9. Sien vir u, mooi bly.